You have strong opposition from the DA, the sheriff's office, and the Baton Rouge PD. Do you have any family? What's gonna be your transition plan? Where you gonna live? How you gonna stay?
My transition will be Chris and Nelda Kluwat. They've been knowing me since I was 19 years old. And they've always been there, and I plan on going back home there and residing with them and being employed by the family business.
What is that family business?
CC chimney sweep and duct cleaning.
You have strong victim opposition. Tell me about the classes you took. Which one taught you the most?
I think I liked anger management the most. That seems to be some of my problems. And I learned through that there's a difference between assertiveness and aggressiveness. I never understood the two. I always thought they were the same thing, but now I realize that I can be assertive. I don't always have to be aggressive. I also learned triggers, to look for things that trigger my anger and self-talk. I think that was another thing I enjoyed about that, is what goes on in your head, what you're thinking. You can have some crazy thoughts up there. And through anger management, I learned to try to control that.
Okay. What did you learn in your sex offender classes?
I learned a lot. I learned 27 definitions that now that I know the definitions, I can identify what's going on with me. Poor impulse control was one of my biggest problems. Immediate gratification. I learned the two most important questions that I need to ask myself is, do I have access to a victim? And do I have adult supervision? I think those will help me in the future, to keep this from ever happening again, if I just obey those two questions or follow those two questions.
Okay. What do you think your actions did to your victim? What kind of toll do you think this had on your victim?
I'm sure I caused her lots of psychological damage. I probably caused her to have problems with relationships with men. To be forced into doing something that you don't really want to do. I do understand how that feels. And that's probably the worst feeling ever, to be forced by someone you love, someone you're supposed to trust,